Viewers, the latest reports about Ethiopia, Amhara, and Tigray region is that the efforts by Amhara group to remove the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, PM Abiy Ahmed. These Amhara groups remove the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. Which strategies are being adopted by these groups, and is there any possibility of the removal of the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed? These groups, when I say Amhara groups, I mean the dissidents, the armed groups in the Amhara region. As well, it is their stated objective that they want to remove the Prime Minister, so I am not making any assumptions. We have seen that in the statements in their protest, they have been saying that they want to remove the Prime Minister. And by the way, same was the objective of Tigray fighters as well. A few months ago, they were calling the promised genocider. They wanted to reach at Addis Ababa. They want to remove the government, but now their hand in over with the government now. Which strategies are being adopted by the groups based in them or region of diaspora to remove the prime minister? Firstly, economy viewers, we are seeing that campaign is underway by Amhara to weaken the Ethiopian government economically. They think that weakening the government, federal government means weakening the prime minister, so they are opposing release of loans and grants for Ethiopian government. They are trying to do lobbying, they are meeting with diplomats, foreign dignitaries, and they are trying to ensure that Ethiopia doesn't get any from abroad at the same campaign is underway to stop remittance from Amhara. So their first area of operation is economy, but here I don't see the chances of success. Why? Because the government will be forced to make tough decisions. It will transfer the burden of economic crisis to the people. Elite wouldn't suffer, people will suffer, government will not collapse. See Riteria surviving with almost no industries. So if you can survive as well, but people will suffer. People are Ethiopia, so I don't see the possibility of removal of prime minister through economic blockade. This strategy is being adopted by them. Mainly, they want to government, they want to Ethiopia federal government economy. Second of yours, at least above, could be used. I talked to a few people who say that Addis Ababa large Amara population, and if somehow this population turns against the government will be paralyzed. That is why perhaps we say that the Ethiopian security situations complained that an effort was made to buy some groups from the region to penetrate Addis Ababa and weapons and train fighters from the Mahale. They were trying to end ready. The purpose was to start some sort of anti-government operations in Addis Ababa and in the form of removal of the prime minister. And then we say that checking points were established, checkings were intensified, and the people who were trying to enter Addis Ababa from Amara, they have been thoroughly checked and still is of extensive checkings on Amhara. Romeo Bader. It is continuing Amhara. People say that they are being discriminated, they are being stopped from entering Addis from Ethiopia capital, but apprehensions are there one side of the government that some groups could try to introduce Addis Ababa to attack the government to remove the prime minister. Thirdly was church. An effort will be made. It is being in Addis Ababa to pitch the church against the Prime Minister. Church is one of the most powerful institution in Ethiopia. We have been seeing that the recent confrontation between two church groups forced Ethiopian government to kneel down. Ethiopian government had to make compromise. It had to step back. Why? Because church show unity when a group based in Roma made appointments of some bishops through issues is still continuing. It couldn't be resolved completely. But after the church nationwide protest call Ethiopian government submitted. It backed the so-called agreements between the factions at the church. It means the church is the one of the powerful institution in Ethiopia. So these are the reasons for removal of prime ministers. So this is all from my side. Thanks.